Peace, peace. Matthew chapter 18, verse 19. Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done for them by my Father in heaven. For where two or three gather in my name, here I am with them. So I am in the body care industry. A lot of people don't know we are recognized as healthcare providers because massage is very spiritual. And during the consultation phase, you are supposed to come into agreement. In other words, whatever the client wants, we're going to work on it. First, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. I can tell you what I do. Either way, the client has to say, yeah, let's go with that. And most times, they don't listen. In other words, we don't come into agreement. They think they know our job better than us. So, for example, the other day, I've been seeing this client for over a year. My own personal client. This isn't the client of any franchise out here. This is my personal client. Me, Jasmine Cates. And he was like, yeah, I really enjoyed our last session. And I went to sleep. I slept like a baby. I felt good, yada, yada, yada. But I need deeper pressure. I feel like I can't rest without deeper pressure because of this knot I have. So already we don't agree because he says something about, I say something to him about knots are trigger points, myofascial trigger points. The fascia is not handled the same as any other system. It takes light work. If you're in pain and discomfort, do you want more pain? Do you fight fire with fire? So I'm telling him, yeah, it's, knots are technically called myofascial trigger points. Deeper pressure is not going to unravel the knot. He said, well, let's agree to disagree and let's see. All right, okay. I spend 30 minutes on this knot. It does not budge. It does not budge. This proves that a lot of people want to stay in pain. If you were truly ready to let go and you sought help, you would come into agreement to get out of that to get out of that pain. And I guess I'll see him for another year. He keeps coming for the same thing, doesn't want to listen. A lot of humans are stiff-necked. That's why you have a stiff neck. Come in pain, you don't want to do your homework. You're hurt because your posture's messed up. But yeah, that's all. During the consultation with your client, it is best to come into agreement. Even if, from the therapist standpoint, we're going to do whatever the client wants because we're going to suggest what they need. They might not agree to that. We still have to agree to what they want, even though we truly don't agree within. Massage is spiritual. You can't work against somebody's will. They say pressure busts pipes, and people usually wait until it's too late. I usually pray with my clients, and a lot of people will tell me it feels like, you have 8 hands. It feels like a different presence is in the room. The Holy Spirit is working through me. I always have a prayer before and after my sessions and ask the Holy Spirit to work through me and let His will be done and to send those to me that need it. I get no credit. And it's just funny. As long as I've been doing this and people keep coming and spending their money to help get rid of something. And it just proves that if people truly want to change, they'll change. At first, you have to come into agreement of that change. Whatever it is you do, we come into agreement with things that aren't good for us. That is it. That is all.